Good morning. Today we are at the Santa Elena National Reserve, and it's a cloud forest, kind of like Monteverde, but this one is a bit less busy. We actually just got here, and I'm pretty sure there might be just us and one other person, but it got really good reviews, and even our guide last night at the night tour said, "Oh, it's a great place." So I'm not expecting to see much wildlife, but it should be a pretty good jungle. It was really
rough getting
here. It's mostly off-road, lots of potholes. Four-wheel drive is definitely needed. Probably one of the reasons that a lot of people don't come here is because it is kind of hard to get to.
All right, I think we're gonna go inside here and kind of check in and see what we have to do in order to get into the park.
Quite the tree. Some of these trees are massive. I think this might be one of those strangler figs. So the strangler figs, I believe these vines here, I believe those are the beginnings of strangler figs. I know it's hard to see in the camera, but that's how thin they are when they come down. Then once they hit the ground, they start widening and growing, and that's when they start to take over the host. But there's in this specific area, there's so many. It's like those those bead curtains that people put over their doorways. It's almost like there's that many of them around here. So that tree up there looks like a sloth style tree. Looks like there might be a comfy bed for a sloth, but I don't think we're gonna be able to see it.
He would blend in for sure. It looks very comfortable. It's like a sloth home.
This trail also has a lot more tarantula, spider looking homes on the side of it. So I'm overcoming my fears here by walking this trail. But yes, I would imagine this would probably be a good place to find tarantulas because there's lots of places for them. This is the observation deck where we're supposed to be able to see the Arenal volcano, but it's pretty cloudy. The cloud ceiling's really low right now, so that's not really a possibility.
Kayla? I think we found the observation deck.
Yeah, that was not the observation deck. That was a viewing deck. This is the observation tower.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's way too cloudy today to see any of the volcano. I don't think we were gonna really had a chance of seeing it anyways. I think most days it's probably covered in clouds.
So we're gonna continue our hike. This is boring.
Do you have your support rock?
I don't. I need to find the support rock.
No, there's some in there.
This one calls to me because it doesn't have any bugs on it.
Okay, let me see if I can find a support rock here. Found my support rock. Your support rock. Good. We are supported.
And if you think negative thoughts during your hike, ask your support rock to hold them for you.
Okay.
Yes.
I love the support rock thing. I feel like we need to do this more often. This is a very calming trail. Every so often they have little signs with yoga meditations. Are supposed to kind of help you stop, slow down, and enjoy the hike, which I'm trying to do. And I still have oh no, I dropped my emotional support rock. I have reclaimed him. That was not intentional at all.
Emotional support rock.
It's my emotional support rock. He's enjoying the forest.
Did you name it?
No.
Think about it.
It's wild, but I feel like everything in here kind of looks like a snake, and that looks exactly like a snake. All right, so I'm going to finally ask the question, if anybody knows why it randomly smells I'll say rubber tennis balls in the forest in Costa Rica. I'm thinking maybe rubber trees, but if you know, go ahead and comment down below what you think that is or why it smells like that, especially if you know. Thanks. So we think that this is the intermediate stage of the strangler fig. As you can see, part of the strangler fig is like already kind of like wrapped around the tree, like all the way up. Maybe at some point in another like 25, 30, 40, 50 years, the tree's gonna be gone. It's in the center and it's gonna be one giant strangler fig tree. Wow.
Everybody gave back their support rocks. Time to give back ours. We have made it just a little farther to the information station. I will say as the temperature goes up, more of the bugs are coming out. So bug spray and probably come early.
And bring snacks. That's my recommendation. Let's go get brunch.
We saw those guys on the side of the road and they had a giant caterpillar, so we just stopped real quick and rolled down our window, and he comes over to us with the caterpillar and shows us the caterpillar.
It's huge.
So, very cool. Lots of big bugs here. Anyhow, it's very bumpy, so we'll catch you at brunch.
They're just getting rocked. Roads are pretty rough here. I'm only going like 10 kilometers an hour, right? Like, we're not going fast at all. Okay, hello?
He's like, there's a pothole on my side.
Yeah.
Your side looks bad.
Your side. I'm taking your side.
Doesn't matter if you're there or not.
Another interesting fact about Costa Rica is all of the taxis are red, or like a shade of red here in Costa Rica. So
You also are required to back into your parking spaces.
yeah, that.
I think it's a safety thing, but
Yeah, I don't know why that is
Sure.
either. So yeah,
and they're like enforceful about it. Like they'll come out
Yeah,
and be like, hey, you need to turn your car around.
yeah.
You can't park like that. Oh, you're turning left.
That's here.
Yeah.
We're gonna back in like we're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Following the rules.
This place is adorable.
That was a great little cafe. We were the only ones there.
We were just there at off time.
We were. It was
wasn't-
10:30, so it's kind of a weird
Yeah.
time. But
'cause we just did brunch, and I'm sure most people would either do breakfast or
or lunch.
lunch.
But it was really good. I had the huevos rancheros, and Ben had some French toast, and he had a iced coffee, and I had a basil lemonade. They tend to mix their lemonade with an herb here, so you can choose like peppermint or basil. They also, their cold drinks tend to be like
Blended.
like blended
Yeah,
cold
like a
drinks.
frozen, like we would probably consider that like a frozen drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I mean, it makes sense because it's so warm here that it makes it more refreshing, right? So
For sure, yeah.
it's just interesting, but highly recommend it. Cafe Cappuccino E.
Yeah, it's a really cute place.
They have good Wi-Fi. It works well.
Yeah, it's actually, I mean, yeah, it's a little bit more reliable. It's not, it sounds so bad. It sounds like I'm being negative, but I'm not. The Wi-Fi is not going to be fast pretty much anywhere in Costa Rica. Like, unless you happen to have like a fiber line, or you're like living in a place that's close to the main, like a main city, you know, most of the time it's probably just going to be like 10 up, 10 down, or 20 up, 20 down. Like, that's probably what you're going to see in terms of like internet speed here.
But for the normal person, that works
Yeah.
just fine.
Well, for almost everything, it works fine. Unfortunately, our hotel Wi-Fi, it's just not reliable. Like, it drops out every few minutes. So if you are trying to like upload or back up your photos or pictures or anything, that ain't happening.
We're headed back to the hotel. We're gonna chill for a little bit before our agriculture tour. So we will see you later.
We are going on a sustainable farm tour. So that is what we are doing today. We're going to be checking out a few different things. I think coffee, chocolate, and sugarcane. All right, and I'm sure we're going to be learning a bunch of other stuff at the same time.
As we made our way to the Madre Tierra farm, we learned about some of Monteverde's history and enjoyed beautiful mountain views. When we arrived at the farm, chaos quickly ensued in the cutest possible way.
This guy right here, his name is Platero. He's the male of the donkeys at the farm, and well, they have the donkeys. They don't have like any specifically like use of the farm, but they are like the best system of alarm that we have, and they're like super like helpful. Thanks to that, we can know when it's like a group of coyotes coming by, or like a puma or like a jaguar, that we have big cats around these areas. This girl right here, the black and white girl, his name is Moonshine. She's a little sassy sometimes, so let's try to keep just Moonshine a little bit away. His name is Platero. He's the male, and well, he's super friendly. He came to say hi to all of you, so you can touch him. He's super friendly. She's like a dog. She thinks she's a dog. Yeah, look how crazy she is.
After our loud and furry welcome, our guide showed us more of the animals and their purposes here on the farm.
The donkeys, what I was saying, they don't have any specifically purpose, but the owner of the hotel, Doña, she loves donkeys, she loves horses, and well, their grandsons, they like to play with the donkeys. The mother, his name is Cenicienta, and the name of the baby is Cenizo. Cenizo. He's only 1 month and 17 days. It's super, super young. Would you like to touch him?
Sure.
He's super soft. Here we have our beautiful cows. So the cows that we have here, these are Jersey cows. So these cows, they're like a mix from a Jersey with a Simmental. We love these cows and they're super, super healthy. And as it grows like como una caña, like a sugar cane. We add some different minerals. We also can add some different molasses.
We even got to be hands-on with the cows. We learned very quickly that milking cows is way harder than it looks, and that we should stick to our tech jobs since we are not good at milking cows.
Okay, so círculo, y luego estripamos.
This is not as easy as it looks.
Food with the mom. Super.
Gracias.
We can drink the milk directly from the cow, not a problem. It has to be right in the moment. It has good and bad bacteria. If you let it freeze, the bad bacteria, they will be more active than the good ones. So that's why we have to pasteurize the milk and everything to almost 85 degrees, something like that. And then we first. Super. Sí, muy bien. So you have a better grip. His name is Bici. Biciestra.
Nice and calm.
There you go.
All right, you're out. You're done. Dora.
¿Todo? ¿Ya?
Oh, sorry.
After our failed milking attempts, we were taught about some of the local fruits, and we snacked on some. They were very tasty.
All of this.
Yeah.
Nothing is a waste. Ruby having banana. I was a little kid, I always eat these guayabas. Some of the trees, they have like a really cool shade where you can have the chance to get up. Well, you can climb the tree. So they're like really easy to get climbed.
Is it like a citrus fruit?
It's citrus, yes. It's like related to the family of the passion fruit.
Okay.
These ones are like, it's like more ripe. So try this one first, okay? That one's like more ripe. Un poquito más suavecita, it's like more soft. This is Gerald right here. Gerald makes all the cheeses right here. From the fresh cheese, we can derive some other cheeses. We can make the smoked cheese. The smoked cheese, we put it on the smoker that is here on the left.
Madre Tierra is all about sustainability and has learned to repurpose lots of materials to cut down on waste.
This is the rice chaff. This is what we use to smoke the cheese. For some farmers, this is a material of waste, but we transform this material in a lot of things. For us, it's very helpful for making, well, the smoked cheese instead of using wood. Also, we apply this material into the chicken floor house to keep the chickens very healthy, to keep the chickens clean. Some farmers, they never put nothing into the chicken floor house, so some chickens get a lot of bacteria, different infections on their legs. So using this will keep the chickens very healthy. And also, we get started to transform this material, mix it with the poop of the chickens into a very special fertilizer that is popular in Costa Rica. 85 to 100 eggs a day. The quality of these eggs, it is the best of the best. This is a 100% organic egg. We feed the chickens with food scraps that they come from the restaurant. So if you don't eat the veggies or the fruits or some of the things, they will come into the chickens.
They also grow their own coffee and other produce to supply to the kitchen at Hotel Belmar, which is where we are staying. there were probably 30 different herbs, as well as vegetables, flowers, fruits, and even bees to supply honey.
The leaves are this. This is not anise, but it smells like anise. You know the name? Has.
Sugarcane is one of the plants that they grow here at Madre Tierra, and we were taught how to make sugarcane juice the traditional way by crushing the sugarcane with grinding cylinders. It was very cool to participate in, but make sure you watch your fingers.
Entonces, bueno, vamos a hacer el proceso. So, aquí y yo acá. Necesito una de ustedes por acá. Venga. Tienes que empujar aquí. ¿Ok?
Okay.
Una mano más cerca de acá, para buena presión.
Okay.
Otra atrás, cuidado con su mano, ¿verdad? Con cuidado, ¿ok? Benjamín, yo, usted al frente, ¿ok? La cuenta de 1, 2 y 3. Vamos. ¿Ok? Look all the juice coming out. ¿Ok? Double extraction. Vámonos. 1, 2, 3. Vámonos. ¡Woohoo! Ok, ahí. Pura vida. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Wow. That's really, like, it's smooth.
It's smooth, huh?
Very smooth.
The lemongrass, the Juan de Lama, it changed completely the flavor. Because if you drink just the sugar cane, it's gonna be more strong, like muy fuerte. Sí. So this is a nice mix. Es un buen.
I could drink a lot of that. That was dangerous.
To end our tour, we met in the barn and had a cup of coffee, or Ben had iced chocolate, and a snack that consisted of a corn tortilla with egg and a cheese empanada. They were all very tasty. Our experience at Madre Tierra was absolutely incredible, and is an activity I would highly recommend anyone coming to Costa Rica to participate in.
What do you think?
It's very good.
Yeah.
Kind of like the one I had in the room this morning.
It's the same bean. So I did a good job. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you made that?
Yeah. I wonder what this is.
It's a corn tortilla.
It's like, it's almost like a corn crepe, but
In other words, yes.
I could eat thousands of these. This is dangerous.
Really good.
Okay, I think that is going to be it for today's vlog. Just a few things to kind of mention about this for anybody who's been watching our Costa Rica series or has been following along. Some of the choices that we've made, part of the decision-making process that I put in for Costa Rica was a lot of Costa Rica is based around like sustainable tourism and like minimizing ecological impacts, and we wanted to kind of have a small part in that when traveling. So something I've been doing for a little bit is to try to think about like carbon offsetting and things like that. The kind of next level of that is that sustainable tourism. So one of the things that I kind of decided when we were traveling for this is to try to stay at places and hotels that kind of had that a focus on sustainable tourism and sustainable travel. So as you'll notice, the first two places that we stayed, one was the El Silencio Lodge. The other one that we stayed at was the Hotel Belmar. So both of these had like on-site amenities that were focused on sustainable tourism and travel. A lot of them also were focused on minimizing their own carbon impact as a hotel and becoming more carbon neutral. Now, interestingly enough, Hotel Belmar, which is where we are now, is completely carbon neutral, which is quite impressive. And they also have their own farm, which is also completely carbon neutral, and they're one of the first in Costa Rica, I think, to have a fully carbon neutral farm. So it's very impressive. So in case you're curious as to why we picked certain places to stay, that is some of the reasoning behind it. You can't do that in every situation. Sometimes you have to make different decisions, but hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of why we made certain decisions. All right, so that's it for this video. If you like this content, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. That really helps with the algorithm, helps share this video with other people. And then additionally, go ahead, if you've made it this far, go ahead and subscribe. We've got some more videos from Costa Rica coming. We're gonna go to Manuel Antonio tomorrow, which is like a national park and preserve over on the Pacific side here in Costa Rica. All right, see you on the next one. What you got there?
This is a kombucha. It came in our little mini bar. We get everything in there free once, complimentary once before we pay. I'll laugh when we find out that that's not the case.
Yeah, it's fine. If it's not the case, I mean, it'll be an expensive mistake. But
Pretty sure that's what she said.
but we get to try a bunch of drinks that are local, so.
I've never tried kombucha. This is a locally made Costa Rican one. Oh, please, can you open this?
Yeah, one moment.
Uno moment. Actually smells pretty good. So this one is bacteria and yeast culture, water, black tea, sugar, passion fruit, and peppermint. Sounds good. And it smells good. That's actually good. I feel like I tried a kombucha once in the US and it's disgusting. This is really good. It is very similar to, this is gonna sound weird, but it's similar to the fizzy ciders that non-alcoholic ciders that you get for like New Year's and like Christmas and stuff.
I'm waiting for us to find out. It's like a hard cider and you're just smashed here in like 5 minutes.
It's gonna be a lit agriculture tour.
I think I got that.
Thanks.
What are the birds saying, Kayla?
Nothing I can repeat to our audience. Just kidding.
Unbelievable.
They're probably laughing at us because they're like, these people, they're so inefficient. We have wings.
They really are pretty fast when it comes to like going through the forest. Like the birds here haul through the forest. They're very quick.